Hello, I'm your host, Beer to Glass Tyson, and I will be taking you on a marvelous journey through the world of beer. Today I join you from sunny downtown Indianapolis, and well, my roommate was supposed to join me, but I'm sure he's already waiting at Sun King Brewery having a pint before I get there. Let's go.
Right on, man.
Here at Sun King, brewers and scientists are working tirelessly to make sure their award-winning beer remains the same from the moment that it is brewed to the moment that it hits your lips. For the past 7 years, you've been able to find Sun King's fresh local beer in cans inside of the brewery and at your favorite liquor store. But pretty soon, you're gonna find them in some pretty unexpected places.
What? You mean like you're in my hand?
No, I mean at grocery stores. Come on, man. Soon, Sun King beer will be on the shelf at grocery stores. For the first time in history, you will find Sun King cans outside of refrigeration. It has taken over a year of fine-tuning to make this a reality, and it was finally achieved thanks to the power of science. Imagine your beer in the safety of your own refrigerator, eagerly awaiting your thirsty taste buds. As soon as you open the door, your beer is under attack. Light assaults hops, creating skunky flavors that are none too tasty.
You guys got any GFJ in here?
Air is also out to ruin your beer. If your beer comes into contact with oxygen, it will oxidize your beer, causing it to go flat and giving it a stale taste. Some even describe it as a cardboard taste.
I would describe it as a cardboardy taste.
Keeping beer safe and fresh is imperative to maintaining its delicious flavor. Our best line of defense against its relentless attackers is our trusty aluminum can. The aluminum can is impervious to light and oxygen. Recently, Sun King's new canning line has lowered the level of dissolved oxygen in its cans to a number below the industry standard. This means that CO2 and beer stay inside, light and oxygen stay outside. Your beer is safe from outside forces. But even beer's allies can become troublesome when they overstay their welcome. The yeast that munches on fermentable sugar to make alcohol will eventually die off, and when they do, they have a flair for the dramatic. Yeast explodes, scattering their insides throughout the beer, creating off and unpleasant flavors. This process is called apoptosis. So you see, we must say farewell. It is what is best for the yeast, and it is what's best for your beer. And that's where this machine comes in handy, the centrifuge. It spins our newly made beer around at several thousand RPM, separating the heavier particles from the lighter ones. Hard work pays off. Through the process of making the beer more shelf-stable, Sun King Brewery found itself receiving a gold medal for its flagship beer, Sunlight Cream Ale. This was no easy process.
The traditional method of pitching yeast has been refined throughout the centuries. Beer has been brewed for 10,000 years, yet yeast was not discovered until 1857. Before then, brewers would simply take the foam coming off a fermenting beer and put that into a new batch of freshly created sugar water, which we call wort, that then spontaneously turned into beer in their minds. Nowadays, we know what we're doing. We know what yeast are, we know they ferment. So we will take a batch of beer, we'll let it ferment out, we'll pull yeast slurry from the bottom of the tank, which has live, viable yeast cells in it. We then do some math, do some counting, and can accurately pitch the correct amount of yeast to put in a batch of beer. Here we have our newest piece of equipment, a gas chromatograph equipped with a flame ionization detector. This instrumentation will allow us to create a virtual fingerprint of all of our beers to ensure consistency from batch to batch to batch, which is typically the hardest part of making beer. We couple this knowledge with our exhaustive sensory panel, which requires everyone in the brewery to taste our beers at all points of the process, from the beginning of fermentation until packaging. At this point, we know that at least a dozen people have tried our beers before they go out to market for everyone else to drink.
What did any of that mean?
It means that cream ale will taste just as good on the grocery store shelves as it does coming from Sun King's own taps.
What about the WeMac?
WeMac will be there too. And there you have it, WeMac and cream ale coming to a shelf near you. So you ever think you're gonna pay the rent?
Look, 80 that way?